Antioxidants are so important for staying or becoming healthy. Yes, that's right. But do you know what antioxidants are and what they do in your body? Well, yes, of course. Do you know? A lot of people have heard the term before and just repeat these phrases without actually knowing what they mean. And that's where I come in. Lucky you. In this video, I will explain the basics you need to understand and what the best ways are to get antioxidants into your system, and even for free. But first, follow for more. What happens in our body due to free radicals and oxidative stress? Before we dive into the methods themselves, we need to understand what actually happens in our body on a cellular level. Only through knowledge, understanding, and experience of these topics, we can gain freedom and control over our health and our lives. Through environmental factors like air pollution, UV radiation, unhealthy diet, chronic stress, smoking, etc., our body produces what are called free radicals. These are highly reactive molecules that have at least one unpaired electron. In order to complete this electron, they steal one from other molecules in our body. For example, from components of our cell membranes, proteins, or even our genetic material, DNA. This process is called oxidative stress. It is a central mechanism in the development of many chronic diseases. To protect us from these attacks, our body has its own antioxidant defense system. This system consists of enzymes produced by our body, as well as antioxidants we take in through our diet, such as vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, zinc, or plant compounds like polyphenols. When I found out about this, I stuffed myself with plant compounds. And to be honest, the effects are astonishing. My immune system became so strong that I haven't been sick in 15 years. I also don't get sunburned anymore, even in the hottest sun, because these compounds settle under your skin and provide natural protection. And the aging of my skin has basically stopped. Truly incredible. But let's get back to the topic. I feel like you're falling asleep now. We live in a world that is technologically advanced, is it? Yet far away from natural ways of living. Many modern illnesses are linked to chronic stress, silent inflammation, sleep disorders, and a weakened immune system. A possible key to solving many of these problems lies right beneath our feet, literally, in our connection to the earth. This connection is scientifically referred to as earthing or grounding, which basically means being electrically grounded to the earth. Earthing refers to direct physical contact with the electrically charged surface of the earth. The earth's surface carries a negative electrical charge. It's rich in free electrons. When our body, which is also an electrically conductive system, comes into contact with this natural energy source, an electrical exchange of charge can occur. The Earth's electrons can enter our body and neutralize oxidative stress by donating the missing electrons to the free radical. The most effective form of earthing is walking barefoot on natural conductive surfaces such as damp grass, soil, sand, or stone. Spending time in natural water has the same effect. Since water is an excellent conductor of electrons, especially when it's rich in minerals, like seawater. What health benefits does earthing have, and what does the research say? What do the studies say? Anti-inflammatory effects and pain relief. The study published in 2015 looked at how earthing affects muscle inflammation after intense physical exercise. It found that participants who were grounded had significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers like interleukin 6 and C-reactive protein in their blood. They also had less swelling and pain than the non-grounded control group. The researchers attributed this to the influx of free electrons from the Earth, which blocked inflammatory processes, improved sleep, and regulation of the circadian rhythm. In a 2004 study, people were grounded while sleeping over the course of several weeks. The result? Cortisol levels normalized. In the morning, cortisol was highest, just as it should be biologically, and then dropped steadily over the day. This regulation was accompanied by improved sleep quality, reduced nighttime restlessness, and increased daytime energy, cardiovascular regulation, and reduced blood viscosity. A 2013 study showed that just 2 hours of grounding were enough to significantly reduce blood viscosity. The researchers compared this effect to that of blood thinning medications, but without the side effects. The mechanism? The electrons entering the body through grounding change the electrical charge of red blood cells, causing them to repel each other more strongly. This prevents clumping of the cells and improves the flow properties of the blood. Stress reduction and activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. Chronic stress leads to an overactive sympathetic nervous system, which can result in long-term exhaustion, high blood pressure, irritable bowel, and psychological problems. Oh, and coincidentally, I already broke that topic down in my last video. Definitely check it out. It will blow your mind in a good way. Anyway, measurements of the heart rate variability, a marker of the activity of the autonomic nervous system, show that earthing activates the parasympathetic system, which has a calming and stress-reducing effect. People report feeling more inner calm, mental clarity, and emotional balance. The good news, earthing is incredibly easy to implement. It doesn't require expensive devices or complicated techniques. All you need is direct skin contact with a natural, electrically conductive surface, ideally through your feet. The soles of your feet have a high density of nerve endings and sweat glands, making them an ideal pathway for electron transfer. Surfaces suitable for daily earthing include damp grass or forest soil, sand at the beach or by a natural lake, natural stone tiles, as long as they are connected to the ground, waters in nature. Studies suggest that as little as 30 minutes of barefoot walking per day can be enough to trigger measurable physiological effects. If you live in a city or cannot walk barefoot during winter, you can use special earthing mats or grounding bed sheets that connect to the grounded outlet of your home's electrical system via a cord. It's important to make sure that these products are properly installed and tested for effectiveness to ensure they actually deliver the intended health benefit. We don't need expensive and useless supplements or BS methods. Health can be very easy and very cheap. Like earthing, you just have to get your ass up. Now it's summer in Europe and you can find all kinds of fruits in nature. Also 100% free, like mulberries or figs. In other seasons, you have other fruits like wild pomegranates, apples, but also wild herbs and mushrooms. Nature can be scary at times, but it also provides us with everything we need. Just make sure not to go out blindly. And that's it. I changed your life again. Of course I did it. I'm your guru now. So, follow for more.